EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go! 18 Gator! Here we go!
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Lott throwing on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, lock it! Watch the twist!
On first down, Locke. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Ready? 15, line it. 15 line. Get that 61. Matchbox right. Defense.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
Check it out, read. Check nickel. Greystone, travel. Check.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready, set.
45 to line. Time to go, night. Tie it right. Even. 4 down, even.
Get it.
On second down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Sled.
Come. 5.
Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
He's got him. Double up.
Running on first down, Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 7-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Jim.
Jake free. 218, chop. Hey, exit.
51 to mine.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game. Michael Badgley will kick off for the Chargers.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 9.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 49.
Hey, Wahoo.
49. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Big grip.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end, Fant. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions. But Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. Going for the... It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Smooth.
Check right 45. Check right 45.
On the get.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on fourth down, here's Ty Long to punt for the Chargers. And the kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He won't go down. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Slam, slam, slam.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Locke will try again on second down. Through an opening, and there he goes. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's what I'm talking about.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. It's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Go now. 70, Indy. 80 weapons.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready, break.
So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 41.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Alert flare.
5.
They'll run here with Lindsey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Clock's going to sneak it. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation.
Check. Leo. Ready?
They'll look to run with Freeman. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Man.
Watch out.
They're going with Lindsey, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. It's Eckler again. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. On fourth down, Herbert, and fights him off. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game?
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
18 Gator.
Check 45, come on.
Bravo.
Check me out, check me out. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Come on, 16. I'm coming, 16.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Another run by Lindsey. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. McManus's point after is good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check 4, check 4. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Protein spill. Ready.
On play action, lock. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Let him know, let him know. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
61, matchbox lights.
Clock going to throw. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready.
51, 51. Come off the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert flush to his right. And he's got the hook up here. Complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back to throw. Herbert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check 99. 80 weapon. Snap.
Throwing again. Herbert. And this one's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Play action. Now it's locked. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Hey, high 7.
49 to Mike. Mike's 49. And that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Hustle. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback. At all costs. 6-6. Pull it high. No. Get it.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, LA! Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Block now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Hey, Charlie, pilot, 60 feet.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56.
Hey!
D-line, let's get in there. Mike 56. Mike.
They'll go for it. It's locked. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Clock now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
On second and 10, Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Orbit.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The throw over the middle taken in, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey.
49's the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
49, guys. Mike.
Ready?
They'll try and run. Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th. And this is caught off for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On the ground, it's Eckler. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Down. 70, Indy. Fire.
They'll run here with Eckler. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Check 61, match box, light.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for our visitors, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars.